Time for paranormal activities in issue 11 of the MLP G5 comics. Pip is giving some attention size into Zip's direction. That's very pretentious, I actually don't like that. She's being manipulative. But it isn't even the end of it for this comic. Anyway, Zip gives in and Pip shows her what makes her so worried. And that thing is, her likes and hearts are falling. Zip thinks that's hilarious, but Izzy explains it pretty well. These metrics signify a pony's reach, and for her, she expresses herself through that reach and social media. Pip is glad someone understands, and wants up to plan her next posts, telling Zip not to follow her. Up there, she explains her issues to the rest. She worries that her posts don't do good anymore, because people don't like her real self all that much. She thinks that seems shallow. She is correct, but even if the others don't get the entire thing, they are there for her, and they can be there for her next project. A summoning ritual for some kind of ghost pony creature called the Old Nag that can grant wishes. And of course, she wants to summon it, but sadly for the views. The beginning of the end for a creator. They go out to get supplies for her challenge vid. Pip believes that a ghost story will do good. Zip is more skeptical. She doesn't like the abuse of a story of such a poor pony that was a victim of a prank. Zip even thinks it's mean to summon her. Pip defends herself, she doesn't want that. She wants to throw their pony the party it deserved. She starts dreaming. She got all the stuff she needs and wants to show it off. She definitely misses the point of it. Back home, Izzy doesn't like the purpose of the doll Pip wants her to make, but agrees after her plea, as long as she can make a respectful one. Even Sunny is skeptical, if setting up cameras everywhere to catch the paranormal is the right way, but Pip won't get stopped. She enjoys the engagement it brought her. It's time. Get the supplies ready. Even the doll and the reference book. After some actually smart safety advice, they offer up the chips, light the candles and blow them out together to finish the steps for night 1. Tomorrow night, the summoning will commence. In the morning, Sunny is desperately searching a recipe book and quickly finds it. But Pip still attributes this to the ghosts already being active. Izzy is concerned. Pip's recent attitude makes it seem like she isn't doing the social media stuff because it makes her happy, but because of followers. She still wants to help. She just wants Pip to know what she is doing. Back at the summoning, they have lots of different tweets, and just when Zip arrives, the lights go out. The ponies actually seem scared. Shortly after, the lights are back, and now they are just waiting for paranormal activities. And while talking about what could happen, we see the doll floating around next to Izzy. The ponies scream and the puppet lands in Izzy's mane. This really unnerved her. She and Bambino Butterscotch want to stay away from that ghost. But Pip can convince her again. Besides, they are almost finished anyway. She says that, but still uses Izzy's suffering for clout. Now, time for the last step, consuming the curse. And it seems like Zip had too much of that curse, and has to leave. Right after, the lights go out again, and a ghostly figure appears. Chaos ensues and every pony runs. Even Pip hides in a closet, and seems to realize that she made a mistake. You shouldn't summon a ghost searching for vengeance. But her Pip squeaks give her hope again, even if a user called HoofPig33 is a little sus. But she realizes her intentions were wrong. She carefully moves out of the closet to apologize, and offers her the party she deserves. But during the apology, she sees the party streamers around the ghost's hoofs and realizes it's Zip. Even on the next day, Pip is still upset, and Zip admits that she was wrong to deceive them like that, and apologizes to all of them. Pip gets that she was in the wrong too. She used that sad story for her own gain, and Zip only wanted to stop it. Thankfully, the Pip squeaks forgave her. One question remains. Why does Hitch have all this ghost summoning stuff? Apparently, for his podcast about solving maritime-based crimes. Later, the two sit together, sharing their interests, when something weird happens. Zip sees the ghost appearing on the recordings, but Pip doesn't believe it. She thinks it's all a trick Zip pulled. But we know better, and will take the secret to our graves. This was something. It showed Pip's bad side, the bad side of being a creator. Of course people get sad when reviews aren't like they usually are, and in the worst cases, they turn like Pip, and become something nobody wants. Doing content just for attention. I related to the first half, using content creation to express yourself, but not to the way she did it in the end. We followed her entire villain creator arc during this comic, and I don't like it. Let's talk about some other interesting stuff in this issue. Pip says by Celestia's mane at one point, referencing G4 and implying the old sayings to still be relevant. She also references Lightning Rod making the comics more connected. Then lastly, I have to talk about Izzy. She is terribly easy to convince here. Izzy's a pushover, which hopefully won't cause more problems in the future. There's also Bambino Butterscotch she has to take care of. I imagine that this is the imaginary child between her and Senior Butterscotch. That's incredibly precious. And my new favorite Izzy ship. But that's all I have to say about this issue. As a creator, this hit close to home. The need for likes and validation through them is a disease every creator faces at some point. And it's hard not to get overwhelmed. What about you though? Was this interesting to follow? What do you think about the apparent existence of ghosts in MLP? It could solidify my theory that the unicorn superstition might not be only superstitions. Let me know. Thanks to my patrons, especially to Maverick. Join my Discord if you want to discuss some more, and until next time, below only fellas, and bye.